Oh, yes. I'm just looking at this Court of Washington form. Yes. The petitioner versus the respondent. Now, this is the reissuance of a temporary order for protection and notice of court hearing. Yes. Now, the temporary order for protection issued on is hereby extended through the new court hearing date on this matter. Yes. At a certain time and a location, and then there's some other that you can put in there. Yes. Now, the clerk of the court shall forward a copy of this order on or before the next judicial day to the county sheriff's office or the police department. Yeah. Where the petitioner lives, which shall enter this order in any computer-based criminal intelligence system available in this state used by law enforcement. Yes. To list outstanding warrants. Oh, the clerk of the court shall also forward a copy of this order on and before next judicial day to the sheriffs. Oh, where the respondent lives, which shall personally serve the respondent with a copy of this order. Then the temporary order and the petition shall promptly complete and return to this court proof of service. Petitioner has made private arrangements, and then there's you date it, yes, at a certain time, and then the judge or court commissioner, and then presented by the petitioner, and I acknowledge the receipt of the copy of this order. Yes. Now, I've had both reissuance of temporary protection orders and renewal of protection orders. Yes. But I never have seen one of these. Ouch! Now, I'm just looking through here because it seems that the renewal and the reissuance are two different types of temporary protection orders. Yes. And I just wanted to find out because oh, look at DV5030 petition for the excuse me for saying that. For the renewal of order for protection, you do one of these first. Now, this petitioner, did she actually fill this out when you renewed the protection order on June 1st? Yes. And she wrote in her own handwriting, I want to renew the order for protection because, yes. And you were reading exactly why she wanted to renew it, and I want this order to remain effective longer than 1 year because the respondent is likely to resume acts of domestic violence if the order expires in 1 year. Oh, did she actually sign this? Because this has the penalty of perjury. Now, I know on June 1st you renewed the protection order, and on June 12th you reissued the temporary protection order. Yes. But she didn't sign the actual court order that issued it for 10 years. Now, you must provide an address where you will receive legal documents. Oh. Now, did you actually know the address of the petitioner, and did she put her signature on this? Because you can do this within 90 days of the expiration. Yes. But I noticed the extreme protection order gives you 105 days. Pouch! Now, these RCWs, yes, See, what can an extreme risk protection order do? Directs a person to surrender their firearms. Now, I thought a weapon surrender form did that, folks. It would be illegal to purchase or have control of firearms. Yes. Who is filed against a person who poses significant risk. A petition can be filled by law enforcement agency, a law enforcement officer, a person who is a family or household member. Yes. Now, the agency, a person filed called the petitioner. You're called the petitioner when you want an extreme protection order. Now, I thought that's what the weapon surrender form was for, but you decided to take, dating partners. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to go out with the wrong woman. Pouch! Person related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Am I still married? Pow! I know that have children in common. I have 5 minors, but she didn't acknowledge them. Why didn't she have one of these filled out instead of the other one? Now, domestic pouch. Now, it says here resources if you need personal protection, domestic violence. Now, this is very interesting. You may petition on your own or hire a lawyer to represent you. Yes. Now, these protection orders, yes, this is an extreme protection order, okay? You understand the significance of branding a protection order? You could sell these things and make money off of them because usually they're called no contact orders or do not hassle orders or temporary protection. But for some reason, the state of Washington decided that any person, the case can be filed in municipal district full hearing. Now, notice to the respondent, okay? It says here, after you file the petition, a judge will decide whether or not to give you a temporary order. Now, that's not filing for a temporary order. The judge is going to decide if you're getting a temporary order when you file for an extreme protection order. Now, you will ask you questions. You will need to answer truthfully under oath. Now, when you issued that protection order in 2011 under oath, petitioner, yes, and I was arrested on Guam for the allegation. Pout! You know, I'm going to sue the fucking shit out of this state today. Do you understand right now? Now, why don't you get me every IP address of every form in the state of Washington and every state of the United States? Because this shit, that's really what it is. You already have a weapon surrender form. You have a temporary protection order. You have a no contact order. You have every fucking type of fucking